Turning now to Washington, where Capitol Hill is focused on President Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill, and senators are voting on the details of this bill. It's a tax and spend bill. There has been immense pressure from the White House on this, possibly, seemingly, resulting in one Republican senator announcing his retirement. Goodbye, Capitol Hill. Most Republicans, though, expected to support the bill overall, saying it helps working Americans, while Democrats say it's only good for the rich and bad for everyone else. Meanwhile, the Congressional Budget Office says it could add more than $3 trillion with a T dollars to the national debt and result in the loss of health care for millions. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with these competing claims. Nicole, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Tony. This bill encompasses many of the president's top domestic priorities, which is why he is so eager for Congress to get it to his desk by the July 4th holiday. But the margins are so tight here that anything could throw it into jeopardy.
We are in a moral moment.
Debate stretched into the early morning hours.
My Democrat colleagues have engaged in the politics of fear.
As the Senate considered President Trump's one big, beautiful bill.
President Trump, this is your plan. It is in our bill. Well done.
Spoiler alert, it is still big, it is still ugly, and it is an absolute betrayal of the people who sent us here to fight for them.
But there was suspense from the start. Democrats tried to delay the 940-page megabill by demanding it be read on the floor in full, taking nearly 16 hours.
This act may be cited as the one big, beautiful bill.
Late Saturday night, North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis was one of two Republicans who opposed moving forward with the package, concerned about potential cuts to Medicaid.
What do I tell 663,000 people in 2 years or 3 years when President Trump breaks his promise by pushing them off of Medicaid?
On Sunday, the two-term senator announced he would not seek re-election next year after President Trump threatened to back a potential primary challenge against him, calling his retirement great news. Tillis said he had no hard feelings but blasted the GOP's approach.
I mean, if you've got to surprise or jam your conference to get something done, you're a pretty legislator, and that's just not my style.
With his agenda on the line, the president golfed with a handful of senators pressing for passage of his signature legislation, which contains funding boosts for border security, defense, and a tax cut extension, including proposals he campaigned on, like no taxes on tips and overtime. Critics are holding firm in their opposition.
There's some provisions in there that are reasonable, and I'm happy to support them. But you don't have to have reasonable provisions at the same time giving $1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 1%.
The bill also imposes new restrictions on food assistance programs, and it scales back clean energy tax credits. In fact, Elon Musk has called it destructive. Even if this bill clears the Senate, it still has to go back to the House, where more fights could be ahead. Michelle?
And they surely will. Nicole Killian, thank you.